What's going on, YouTube? Ah. I'm Tracie Franklin, that's the ambassador for the East Coast. I knew that's gonna make him laugh.
And I'm Sniff from this place that we're in. I'll call it ScotchNSniff. That's where it is.
Yes.
All right. It's just being weird because I can't help it. Because today Tracie is here, and so I thought I was gonna be bringing all the weird stuff and we'd be doing these reviews, and I had this list of things that we just have to get done.
Right.
But Tracie has thrown them all in the trash and made it crazy, which is fun.
It's been fun,
because
right?
It's been all this stuff that I did not expect. So here we are with another treat from Tracie. I don't know. Wait, did you go to Bunnahabhain to get this?
So I went to Islay about 1.5 years ago and traveled all over, and my favorite distillery ended up being Bunnahabhain. Feels like you're driving to the end of the earth, and then you hit this huge concrete complex that looks like a prison.
Okay.
And you're a little frightened, but everyone in there is so friendly, and they're really honest and open, and it was the most wonderful experience. And I picked up some good stuff, and this one was an oddball that I thought I could bring over. We went on a tour where you got to actually go and hand fill from casks, which is what everyone strives to do.
So it's a prison where everybody is there for life. That's why they're so chipper, because they know, well,
that they're supplied with whiskey. I mean, they're doing. I'm actually a little sad. They are actually upgrading the distillery and completely changing it to make it probably look nice and approachable. But what I thought was charming about it was that it wasn't like any other distillery I'd ever seen. It was, and maybe that's because you don't ever go to the ones that are like factory, just like distilleries. And this just felt very clinical and dry. And
I'm not gonna lie, you're literally making me think of like I would go to prison if it was like lifetime whiskey.
And really good whiskey, right?
I know. You're just like, okay.
Yeah.
What do I have to do? Shoplift? Is that enough? I don't have to kill a person, do I?
Oh no. Oof. We wouldn't want people in there doing that, right?
No, of course not.
That'd be horrible.
Not for that whiskey.
So I picked up this. It was Pedro Jimenez cask finish. It's 13-year-old finished Pedro Jimenez cask. It was cask 5, it says. 52.3%. So we're gonna have a little kick on there. We got a little water.
Maybe
on the
different,
side.
Different brands.
Pedro
different
Jimenez
things.
tends to be a bit rich and more. We might not. It might that creamy. Oh, we're gonna crack it. You wanna crack it?
No, I'm nervous for it. I love the little details about this bottle though. Like I love how there's still particulates in the bottle.
Oh yes.
Which I don't even know. Can you see that on camera? Like
how? Yes. So this is straight out there. It's not filtered.
No kind of filtering.
So it's gonna be tasty.
Flavorful. Like that's where the good stuff's at.
Uh-oh. See if I can even get it open.
It's been like a year and whatever.
Oh crap!
No, you just.
There you go. He's got it. Cheers.
Cheers.
Magic.
Whoa. She loosened it up for me. I barely had to turn it. One of those things.
It was on the way.
I know how this works.
All right. So I'll give it to you first.
Oh man.
Wow, it poured like syrup.
Yeah.
Didn't it?
Yes.
Wow. I don't know. I thought this was interesting when I had it a year and a half ago.
It's funky, but it's like Bunna funky. That's Bunna though. Like,
which is why I enjoy it. It's one of those. I do enjoy. Oh wow.
You know what's crazy is you taste a lot of whiskeys like Old Pulteney and things like that, like Brookladdy and things. And people always say like, oh yeah, this has got salinity, and like a lot of times you're like, it's okay, I can taste that little bit of salt there, and I get the salinity. But this is like, oh by the way, you're at the ocean, and it's just like, oh, I'm sitting on the beach and I'm smelling all the beach smells.
Right, it's not just that salinity. It is sea life.
That's exactly what it is. It's even like, okay, so this is gonna sound weird, and I know.
No, because it's kind of gross.
Off-putting, but it's like no, because you smell all like the dead things on the beach. Like, I hate to break it to you, when you're sitting on the beach, it's all dead stuff. All the sand is just shells that have been broken down over thousands of millions of years. It's just from dead stuff. But like, so you have that really specific, ocean smell. But this is that. This was right on the beach. You can tell it's from an island. Oh man.
I mean, but you still also are getting like super deep date. There's like dates in there.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. The first thing it made me think of the combination of all this together, I was like tacos. I don't know why. It reminds. So. I should clarify. The first time I had fish tacos in Mexico was like in Ensenada, like right on the beach. So like you have everything together. You have like savory tastes all at the same time that you have like ocean smells. And all the combination of it all coming together, it just reminded me of tacos.
All right. And I love that is part of your...
It's weird. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, but that's your olfactory memory.
Oh, man.
Did anyone figure out olfactory memories?
Oh, the words for it. Like, is there a word for olfactory memory? We'll never do it. Like,
we're gonna figure it out.
All these videos,
and we should have looked that up. We should have Googled it because there is a word.
We should have Googled it.
Oh wow. Yeah, Google it for us.
Jason, in case you guys can't see this on camera, who's the cameraman, which you obviously can't
An
see
incredible
on
camera.
camera.
Yeah,
There's
hi,
his
there he
hands.
is.
All right, so
gonna
Jason
Google for
is
us.
Googling for us what olfactory memory is called.
All right, this one I feel is going to change dramatically with water because right now it is very intense, very concentrated.
Yes.
I'm going for a sip.
Kind of nervous about a sip, actually. I mean, like, I get the feeling it's going to be 1,000% savory. Not like 10%, not 100%. It's going to be 1,000% savory. It's going to be like...
Oh, yeah.
Like, people talk about Mortlock being meaty, but I get the feeling this is going to be like a meal.
Mm-hmm.
I knew it. See? You're making fun of me for calling it tacos, but I'm like, this is going to be a meal.
But as it settles, then that Pedro Jimenez, you have to have that sweetness. Like, it's like dates cooked in bacon. Wrapped in seaweed. Not even a seaweed, like a...
No, it's softer than seaweed.
Like, yeah, it's not...
Ooh.
Right, how it changes.
Oh my goodness.
This is
okay, so in beginner videos, we've talked about the Bunnahabhain 12 and how it goes from this really sweet flavor and then the smoke comes second. It's like two completely different flavor profiles. But this, same trick. At first, you're like, wow, this is really savory, and you're getting definitely raisins. It's like heavy raisins, but then it's almost like all the raisins decided to band together and like cut their bodies open and take all the sugar and just put it in a giant pile. And they're like, oh my gosh, it's a giant dark fruit sugar pile. And then they just like, here, take this. And you just taste it and you're like, it just snaps like into something else.
But then it's so dry now. That tannin.
Oh yeah, the finish. The finish is like no water break. Have you been to a desert? Yeah, that's what it is. It's like the ocean though. Like no matter how much salt water you drink, you also if you're trapped on an island right now, don't drink the salt water. You'll die. I'm sorry, I shouldn't recommend that, but like that's what it reminds me of though. Like you're just thirsty.
Yeah, it's. I don't.
Oh, it's rich though. Like the nose is so deceptive, and then like everything that happens on the palate, you're like, okay. If you can get past the nose, where you're like, okay, this is like dead ocean stuff, and you go for the palate, you're so rewarded. Oh my goodness. You were there in December?
Last December, so a year and a half.
Was it cold?
A little bit. Not bad though.
Probably chilly up there.
Not bad. They said it brought the good weather. It only rained like twice.
But in Scotland, everywhere you go, people are like, oh, you don't like the weather? Give it 5 minutes. All right.
There's a little bit of sulfur, I feel, in this now. I'm getting some sulfur on the nose.
I usually smell sulfur and it usually comes across my like pencil erasers. So I'm not really getting a whole lot of that, which is nice because like
I hadn't gotten it at all until just that. That's just right now. I feel.
Oh yeah, no, I want to add a touch of water to this. Just one drop. Oh yes.
I mean, it's 52.3, but there is definitely no burn.
Would you like some?
Yes, please.
I'm telling you, it
depends on the.
It's an Isla thing. I don't know what it is, but it seems like so everything that Bruichladdich releases is like 50% plus, and I've never had one where I'm like, oh, it tastes like alcohol. Right. Every one of them, you're like, I mean, the first time I had the classic laddie, I was like, what's 50%? Apparently, like apparently there's no alcohol in this. It's just how it is. Oh man, this is.
We also I went to Laddie when we were there as well. They were the nicest people.
Everybody there.
They were so nice. But what I didn't know before I'd gone there is that they had doubled down on that turquoise blue. Like that's a thing. They had a van covered in turquoise blue. The wall was turquoise blue. Like the building was turquoise blue. I was like, okay. That wasn't just we're gonna make a bottle that stands out. That is their color.
I mean,
I think it's great.
It's like Tiffany blue. You know it when you see it. You're like, oh. And in the whiskey world, we don't have Tiffany because what? Diamonds aren't a girl's best friend.
No, it's great
whiskey.
Bottle of whiskey.
It's whiskey.
Is a girl's best friend.
There you go. Oh my
Absolutely.
Gosh. Same.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I was like wavelength. She gets it.
And I know a lot of other women out there do too.
I don't think the water really changed the nose much, but I'm excited to get into this palate with the water.
Oh.
Yeah?
No.
No?
Taste it.
This is why you should always try with water because
agree.
you never know what's going to happen.
I might.
It actually tastes more tannic.
Yeah.
I think it took a lot of the life out of it.
You know what I don't know if you can get then past that.
It moved everything over and was like, here, eat all of the oak of the cask.
Yeah.
And you're like, all right, well, that's not what I wanted.
I feel like we're chewing on raisin stems.
Oh yeah. No, yeah, we went from the good parts of the raisins to the bad parts.
Yeah.
Still tasty though. Man, that's good stuff. Wow, thank you for sharing that.
My pleasure.
Oh my gosh, it's incredible. Also, thank you for Chick-fil-A. I can't resist. Anytime somebody says my pleasure, I'm telling you, If you go,
but why can't I just say my pleasure? Like,
I know.
They obviously took it from culture.
I know, but if you go there enough, like you're programmed by their chicken. That's what it is. They're putting something in their chicken.
They might be. That's why you should stop it.
You think?
Yeah.
But I love their chicken. Their chicken strips.
Do what you want. If every time I say my pleasure, you're going to talk about Chick-fil-A, though,
I can't help
we
it.
might not be friends very long.
I know. We just need them.
Because I say my pleasure. That is my thing, and it is my pleasure. I'm happy to share things with you. I'm happy to share my whiskeys with you and spend time.
Oh, I'm
going to say my pleasure.
Now when I go to Chick-fil-A, I'm going to be like, thank you, Tracie.
Yay!
And they're going to be like, what? My name is John. I'm like, whatever. Whatever you say, Tracie. Oh, man. That's
Wonderful. Did we find out the olfactory memory? No.
Oh, there's no name for olfactory memory?
It's just olfactory memory.
Google, you
really?
failed this.
All right.
That's the correct term?
We were right.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, sweet.
Cheers.
Never mind. Google, I take back what I was about to say.
Right?
So don't.
We like you, Google?
Yeah.
Please don't hunt me down and send me weird things.
I don't think that's how Google works. It's just a search engine.
Right, but they just talked about how they were like giving people only the information that they actually wanted to see. And,
that's
all that nonsense.
We're not going to get into the philosophical debate of confirmation bias.
Not necessary. Not necessary.
Echo
I use
chambers.
Google. I enjoy it.
I mean, I use
enjoy
Google
all my search engines.
to echo chamber whiskey. I'm like, where's good whiskey? And then Google only gives me the goods. And I'm like, sweet.
Great.
How to use Google properly. Step 1, more whiskey.